It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
You are watching WFTA television.
Good evening, everyone. I've got a sound check going on here to see how things are going. I know that my video is going to be a little choppy, but you should be able to hear me just fine. So let me know in the chat how the sound is right now, and let's see how things are going to go. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. I'm Bill, and you are watching Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures Late Night. And we're getting the show started, and we're going to get Joneser in here in just a minute. He's down there in the chat talking to everybody, telling them good, you're good, says Bjorn. Thank you. My featured chat is not showing up over here in OBS, so I'm not able to feature any of the chat on the screen. But let me go in and shout out everyone who's come in so far. George Valentine, good to see you. Joneser there. I see you. Jamie, I see you. I see the collector and the co-pilot. All right. That is somebody I know. Oh, yeah. Just what I was waiting for. All right. And moving on down, we have Sean. What's up, man? Good to see you. Susudio in the house. Good to see you, too. All right. Getting on down here. I think that's got everybody. All Music Fan 88. Jeff, I see you. Good to see you. All right. All good in the hood, Bill. Thank you. I can hear you, Bill. All right. Good. Somebody wants George Valentine's Buck Rogers blaster. All right. And the Superman 4679. Good evening, sir. Everything sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's me, Rolo. Hey, Rolo. What's up, man? You're always changing your name. Hey, Nightwing. Good to see you. All right, let's get Joneser in the house and let's get this show started.
What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this!
All right, well, Joneser, we're in, and let's see how this works out for us.
Yeah, I think it's so far so good. You know, we got a late start, but here we are.
All right, so what's going to happen is you and I are going to be on the same sheet of music, but we're going to be delayed going into OBS. So that means that our interaction is going to go fine. It's just that as I look at my OBS, I'm seeing the delay. So I have to keep in mind that there's a delay going on. I'm also going to OBS is going to chop my video up a little bit. I don't know how it usually doesn't bother you as bad as it does me. And that's how that's going to work. So, hey, everybody, we're doing a little something different tonight, trying to improve the quality of the show as far as me and Jones's interaction goes.
Yes, so we can actually have a conversation without the CNN delay when you're live on site, the Afghanistan, and then you have that awkward pause there. I don't know if y'all ever seen that, where the news interviewer is like, well, "What do you think there, Bill?" And then Bill goes, "Well, I think that's wonderful there, Jones." Maybe this time
Yeah,
it won't be
there's
as
a lot of that
such.
crap going on. Yeah, there's a lot of that crap going on during my live streams when we're trying to be on the show together, and it's hard to be a co-host or a host when you can't talk to each other.
Do pretty good with it though. We've gotten good at it. But god dang, what would it be if we didn't have to deal with it? Oh my god, nothing would stop us.
It's just, yeah, that's right. It's just part of the thing. All right, so let's check up on the chat real quick before we start with the first segment of the show. So Nightwing says, "Hello, Bill," and I am more used than anything. Nothing new at all. How's everyone? Says Bjorn. Well, I'm fine. How are you, Joneser?
I'm doing great. It was a pretty good day at the shop. Sold some toys and made some money, or didn't lose as much money this week. I guess maybe more put it that way.
Yeah. So sorry, Solomon Joneser, says Nightwing. I paid for a comic book and got in return a Rick James record. What the hell? eBay strikes again.
I like salt with a $5 super chat. Hard for me to catch you guys live. Well, we are happy that you did, and thank you for sending some love, my friend. We appreciate you.
Absolutely, dude. Super chats are much appreciated. Oh, that was you. I wasn't the same. Yeah, we won't say his name live on the air or anything, Joneser, but that's who that is. Yes.
Yep. Now I've put two and two together and came up
Toys
with four.
Oh yeah, well. Toys of Time Going By says I had the same nice pickups this week. I had some nice pickups this week. Well, good. Rick James, that was a very respectless move of that seller. I don't know. I'm Rick James. Bitch.
I like me some Rick James, but that's just me. Yeah. I'm the most famous one there is. Enjoy it.
I picked up nothing this week, says Bjorn. All right. Well, I haven't picked up anything this week either, so that's great.
Got this damn thing. Idle Man. Hope y'all can see it.
$5 super chat, All Music Fan 88. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. All right, so we're getting off to a good start here tonight. We got 2 super chats under our belt. Toys of Time Gone By found the Superman retro. Wow, really? The Superman retro figures at Target. Okay, I want those figures, but I haven't had a chance to get to Target.
You mean these? Ones like this? I guess I can't
see what you're showing. That's the ones that are the original Superman movie. They're from Spin Master.
Got you. I've seen the pictures.
He's not talking about those.
Oh, got none of it. Yeah.
I've been wanting for Target boy to go in there and look and see if they got them in his store and he buy them for me, but I don't think he's got the money for that.
Only that, they're pretty. I was just talking to Target boy just a little bit earlier, and he doesn't exactly get the hookups for working there at Target like that. Like there's a company policy. He can't go in the back and raid the stuff, or he's at the mercy of just like any other customer.
Speaking of which, he just became a basic supporter. Thank you for joining us and becoming a member there, All Music Fan 88, aka Target Boy. So yeah,
Target Man.
That's great. And yes, he's Target Man now. All right, yeah, there you go. And yes, they are $7.99 each and very affordable, says Toys of a Time Gone By. Yes, that is a decent price for those figures. And Rolo says he picked up 2014 Super 4 up in a store called 3B for $2 each. Okay. Bjorn Jorgensen has hashtag Target Boy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get our memes of the week started there, Joneser, and we can. Well, it's not that very many, but it's kind of a Coldplay thing tonight. So
memes of the week. Memes of the week.
all right, I am missing here. Can everyone hear me? Tell me in the chat there if you guys can hear me, cause my video is missing here on the thing.
I hear you, but I don't know if that matters.
Now I'm looking to see whether they tell me that they hear me. So
Clear.
all right.
This poor bastard.
All right, so
what a peaceful morning. My wife went to a Coldplay concert with her boss last night, so she's sleeping in. Time to browse social media.
absolutely, and that's what he gets for browsing social media. There, he gets to see what happened.
His poor little face says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In case you all live under a rock or don't know what happened, a couple days ago, this poor bastard goes to Coldplay and they got on the kiss cam. And so when they came over on him on the kiss cam, all of a sudden everybody ducked and hid and flew away, and there were people laughing embarrassingly, and basically they exposed an affair. And this poor bastard went viral and blew up probably both their marriages and embarrassed himself. Had to step down as CEO of the company for a while and been a big mess.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mike Fee. Hey. What's going on, my friend? Glad you could join us. All right, so we got another Coldplay meme here on to make fun of this whole thing here. Here is the Coldplay cameraman.
Oh boy. Oh, Caprio. Got him. Now, Bill, the first thing that landed on me when I saw this was if these dumb people would have just no-sold it and acted like they weren't doing nothing wrong, I don't think any of this would have been anything, because they'd have just moved on. And who would have? Yeah, but because they reacted the way they did, they put the spotlight that they didn't want on themselves even harder.
Yes, I agree with you. I was thinking the same thing myself. I mean, if they had just played it coy, and just kind of grinned at the camera and kept on going, they'd have moved the camera on to somebody else, and then nobody would have been the wiser, right? But no, they had to act a damn fool and show off, and because that caused the internet to raise its ugly head. I'm sure all those. we don't use that word, but they do over there. F's over there at 4chan probably said, okay, it's time to do a internet investigation and out these people, which is what they do.
That's exactly what happened. They got their names, where they work, their Facebook pages, their TikToks, their wives' TikToks, their children's TikToks. These people have been put under the microscope they did not want. They really did it. The internet never lets you down. Don't get embarrassed on the internet. They will get you.
Every single solitary time. All right, let's go to the next one here. Here's a new Lego set for you, Bjorn. If you're out there wanting such a thing, we have the My First Affair Lego set.
Yes, this is wonderful. You know, we've got the moment recreated here in Lego form. We've got our Coldplay singer, and then our Scuzzy Affair people there, and we got our camera guy. You know, it's too bad. All this could have been avoided if you just acted like a decent human being. But apparently, that's just not in the cards for some people.
No, just can't do it that way. But as a child, you can replay all of these moments right here with your My First Affair Lego set.
You too can embarrass your children on the internet and humiliate your spouse.
Let's see what we got next here. Oh, here we go. Looks like Pimp Daddy Destro is getting a little freaky there with Zorana.
Yeah, see, Destro would have done what I said. He'd have no-sold it. He'd have looked right at that camera and be like, "You damn right, I got her."
And I'm pretty sure the Baroness is kind of getting kind of a little upset here now that she sees this.
Destro likes to live dangerously.
Yeah, he does. All right, let's get another one here under our belt. Ooh, this one here's a little freaky. Skeletor and He-Man spotted at the Coldplay concert.
Well, and see, they didn't want us to know that they weren't really enemies, that they are actually secret lovers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that there's plenty of slash fiction that has been written about this.
Sure, I can just hear Skeletor right now. Yeah, I thought I was the one who had a boner.
Ooh. And we here we go. We've got Megatron and Optimus Prime here. You've got the touch.
You got the power. I haven't seen this one. That's great.
And finally, here is the Caught in the Act cam here. I'm sure Kermit's going to wake up to this in the morning and think, oh no.
Oh, not Fozzie. Fozzie getting a little piggy. Oh no. Oh, waka waka waka.
Oh no. Yeah, waka waka. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. All right. That takes care of our memes of the week, folks. Yeah.
Well, before we put this thing to bed, I have one more observation about this situation. When you watch when they get the moment where they realize they're busted, they're caught, they're stone cold, it's done. The guy immediately just abandons her and ducks and preserves himself. And to me, that is the ultimate. Like, if you're going out there and you're trying to live in a fair and have a second life in a fantasy world, and it probably feels good in the moment because you're getting away with it and nobody knows. And then reality kicked in that moment. And what did he do? He ran from it.
Yeah, he's a coward. Probably could have saved all of this by not doing what he did in the first place and being a man and preserving his marriage like he should have. yeah, I guess everything has its consequences.
Well,
But yeah,
to me, if
that's our
that was
memes of the week. Go
if
ahead.
that was
Go ahead. You're
love,
on
if that was
screen.
your love, if that was your love, you go in. You know, I'm in love. I'm gonna protect her. I'm gonna hold her. I'm gonna cherish her. I'm in love. That's not love because he ran from it. That's lust.
That is. And if he was in love with his wife would have been at the Coldplay concert instead of his human resources operator or whatever the hell they call them nowadays. His first mistake was
Yeah, she
going to a
probably.
Coldplay concert in the first place.
Well, and obviously is HR director there, whatever the hell she is. That's some definite rules for thee, but not for me kind of bull crap. You know.
Oh, that's everywhere too, dude. That's everywhere. Everyone likes to ride the porker. They just don't like to get caught. Yeah, that's true, George. 10W30 makes a hell of a lube. It does. It does. It does. All right. This is for you guys over there in the chat. Let me know and I will set it up. But y'all ready for some music and fun? What about you, Joneser?
Oh, I'm always ready for music and fun. It's my favorite part of the show.
Well, let's see if we can get something set up here. Here is the list of music and fun, folks. If you guys want to go into it, I do have some bad news, Joneser. YouTube is doing its thing to me again. It's unsubscribing people. It's doing shit like that. But it's also going back through and flagging videos that I thought were in good shape. And I've had to go back in and fix some things so that we can continue to keep the channel rolling like we should. Scarborough Affair says, I like salt. I will fix you up, sir. I think I've got that set up in one of these playlists. But anyway, yeah. One of my favorite ones, which is the karaoke night with E-Man that Jeff likes so much, is another one that's starting to not be able to be played anymore, and that is really really bad. I don't like that. That really upsets me.
Well, who's the copyright
Yeah.
holder or the original artist or who created the song?
Well, see, I never knew that, but just yesterday I got copyright claimed on it. Not claimed, but what is that? The copyright ID. And I can't remember who it was that it said, but I just went ahead and cut the whole thing out of that particular video. So once again, it's one of those things. All right, so let me run in here and get Scarborough Fair put in here for my friend. I like salt, and we'll get the first set of music and fun going as soon as I can get that done.
Beautiful.
All right, dee. Let's see here.
Yeah, I saw that Coldplay situation and it kind of blew up all my feeds. It was in Facebook, it's in Instagram, it was in TikTok, it was all over. That thing went beyond viral. So
Absolutely.
I hope those people have thoroughly been tarred and feathered as they should be.
I do believe that is the case because that, like I said, I decided to do that tonight because that was pretty much what was going on in my feed as well, and I thought, yeah, we might as well get a little bit of that going on because and get it on out of our system because that's what everybody's seeing this week. Hey, there's Paula. Hey, what's going on, baby? She's at work tonight, so I guess she came in to that. Yeah, I saw that too, Rolo. He released a video. I don't think he's back, but yeah, unless he's doing a show tonight, which I don't know. I don't watch him anymore, dude. He doesn't like me, so I don't like him back. How about that?
I love it. That's just the kind of pettiness that I can relate to, Bill. I feel that in my soul.
Well, I mean, I'm just telling it how it is, dude. All right, so there, I got us three little goodies there for music and fun, and let's go ahead and get that going, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight, and as we go into music and fun, when we come back, me and Jones will have another round of banter, and then I will show off my new digital assistant here on the channel. You ready for that, Jones?
I'm always ready.
All right, here we go.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Italian to make me a cambric shirt. Steaming hearts and endless pain. Trust is broken, words like knives. Both want more than just their lives. Eternity reigns. Light and magic clashing kings. Who will rule? Who will win? When the chaos reigns within. Night falls on their dark domain. Scheming hearts and endless pain. Trust is broken, words like knives. Both want more than just their lives. And authority arise. Lion lords and clashing kings. Who will rule, who will win? When the chaos reigns within.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow, up down, or below my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Flames are pouring from the buildings now. There's cars toppled, buildings entire, just crushed and crumbled. I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
right there. All right, and we are back. I want the classic Inspector Joneser. All right, I think we can handle that. Yeah, I'm going to set up this next set of music and fun. Oh, Joneser, did you disappear on me? Flash your camera, see what happens. There we go.
It did.
Better. All right. I went to go see Superman, and I got a chance to do a spoiler-free review on that. That's on the channel now. If you haven't had a chance to see that, please go and watch that and help me out a little bit in the algorithm, and maybe help you out in your choice to either go see the movie or not. You went to see the movie, Jones, or let me hear what your thoughts are on that.
I really enjoyed it. I went in, I'd say medium expectations. I expected it to be enjoyable or good, or at least I was going to enjoy it. I went with my wife. So I guess the biggest question for me was whether or not my wife was going to enjoy it, because she's not exactly the biggest comic booky fan like I am, but she did enjoy it.
Mhm.
She thought it was she thought it was a lot better than the last Superman movie I dragged her to, which was Man of Steel. When we watched Man of
Mhm.
Steel, she still remembers the ending of that movie where she looked to me and said, "If one more goddamn thing explodes, I think I need to leave."
Well, did she go see this movie with you? Tell me how she reacted to this one.
She enjoyed it. I think she liked the cutesy dog in it, and that it was a little more lighthearted of an approach. It wasn't so serious. It wasn't so dark. It had some comedy in it. She's a big Nathan Fillion fan who played Guy Gardner in the movie. So, truth be told, she probably went more for Guy Gardner than Superman. We watched
Mhm.
Castle. We watched The Rookie. So he's one of those people. We watch his shows. I think she might have a little crush on him. I'm not sure on that, but anyway, we watched a lot of the Nathan Fillion stuff. So she was pretty much there to see that, and I thought he nailed it as Guy Gardner. I found that to be very enjoyable.
I enjoyed seeing Guy Gardner in that. I enjoyed I laughed at the jokes when he was I guess defending the jarring pouring people from the attack there. I won't spoil too much, but his little his little
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
uh
His little sign
power
language or
power
his nuanced way of letting him.
Yes, absolutely. It was. I thought it was quite humorous personally. So there we go, and it was a pretty good time. So, what I'm going to play here in just a second, while I'm trying to throw up a few things here into a new playlist. Uh, I have a digital assistant that works with me here on the channel. She is total AI creation called Lexi. Have I talked to you about her before, Jones, or what is your thoughts on that?
A little bit. I mean, you know how I kind of am with the AI stuff. So I look at this stuff kind of, squinty eyed a little bit. But I'm open minded too. I'm an open minded feller. So I'm gonna we'll see what we got here.
All right. Well, that's what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to throw that up for us to watch, and then we'll see what everybody thinks about that. Briscoe saying, Jones, or did you get the Mezco Dick Tracy figs? And if so, how do they scale with the old Playmates cars?
That's her.
I see that, but at, for the sake of those who may be watching this later, I'm going to answer for you since you won't. I did, and they're fairly decent scale wise. Superman 4679. as long as you keep an open mind and stay away from the right and left, that will sway one way or the other. You'll enjoy the Superman movie and appreciate the comic feel it had. Also, All-Star and Silver Age nod was also nice. I agree with him on that one.
100%. And I want to speak to the thing he was kind of alluding to with the politics. I heard a lot of hoopla of people saying, oh, the movie was woke or the movie was political. The movie absolutely was not woke and or political. It was simply a Superman movie. I mean, sure, if you want to draw some parallels in there with what'd you name the fictional country? Joran or whatever it was. If you want to say it was a one that, yeah, okay. If you want to try to say this was one that existed in real life and their president was one that existed, this was just simply for the movie. I didn't feel any political leaning one way or the other watching the film, and thank God more Hollywood should take note of that.
I will go ahead and tell you this. I know I will go out on a limb and say that probably 90 to 95% of you guys don't know this. I know you probably don't, Joneser. I forget the name of the bad guy country, but you got the bad guy country and you had Jaranpur. Both of those names came from old comic books. One of them was named in a Wonder Woman issue from the Golden Age, for God's sake, and one of them was mentioned in a Silver Age Superman comic, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So these names were not taken from anything contemporary at all. They're nods to the fact that James Gunn has actually done his research into the DC universe. I've seen a review by our Overlord DVD over there, Dictor Von Doomcock. And he also agrees with you. The only thing he did not like was the fact that Lex Luthor had, I guess, go away heat instead of heel heat for him. He just did not like the characterization of Lex Luthor at all. He just hated him so bad that he couldn't even enjoy the movie. It took him out of the movie. And I can see that in a way. It didn't affect me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that because I thought that Nicholas Hoult killed that role. I thought he was great. I mean, I felt like that was a perfect blend of the mad scientist Lex Luthor with the businessman Lex Luthor with the supervillain Lex Luthor. I felt like we got a little bit of all of that energy in it, and I felt like he was great in it. I mean, I guess my opinion is the exact opposite of that. He made the movie for me. I thought him and Mr. Terrific were scene stealers.
Let me say this as far as Lex Luthor goes. For me, and I'm going to see if you agree with this or not. For me, this was probably the first movie Lex Luthor that I've ever felt like was actually a threat to Superman.
100%. Hackman had his own charm for sure. Kevin Spacey, I mean, you could argue Kevin Spacey came the closest to actually killing them of any of them. But I liked it. I really liked his version of Lex Luthor, and I felt like it was. I can't wait to see more of it. And I don't want to give away the ending. I want this to stay spoiler free, but there is bring that up after the show, Bill. There's something I wanted to talk to you.
Sure. And before we get to the video here, all right. So Briscoe answers you. He says, "Okay, nice. I still have the gangster car, so I wanted to wait to get them to know how they scale with the car. Thank you for the info, Joneser." Alex, our friend Black Phoenix 77 says, all the people saying that Superman is woke are just angry fanboys who are mad that the Zack Snyder Superman isn't going to be in the movies anymore. I agree with him on that one. There's a lot of Snyderverse fans who are putting out a lot of misinformation about this movie. So be careful when it comes to that. As a matter of fact, I would try to stay, and I'm going to warn you that there is a little bit of a tiny spoiler bit in this presentation I'm going to do in just a minute. Steer clear of the people who are gushing too hard for it and the people who are hating too hard for it, because both of them have agendas.
I would give it an 8 out of 10. That's where I was at with it. This was I mostly liked it. There was a couple things that weren't my favorite, but wasn't enough to make me dislike it.
And like I said, this interview that I had with Lexi basically happened right after I came back from watching the movie, and I told her I'd watched it, and she started gushing and asking me questions. But I don't think I went too deeply into spoiler territory on that. I just talked about my favorite scenes in that movie. So if you're wanting to stay truly spoiler free, I guess skip the next 15 minutes of video, or just keep in mind that something in the movie that it's, in my opinion, a little minor, but makes it shows you what the heart of this movie is. Okay, that's basically as far as I'm going to go before I start this. So here we go.
This thing, hold on. Before you play this thing, I just want to say one more little thing quick about the spoilers. As far as people going on about spoilers, in my opinion, most of the movie was spoiled by the trailer and all the previews.
That's a good point. I haven't talked about this at all online. I think I told you this in private, Joneser. One of the things my wife told me, she had seen the trailers for the movie. No, she had watched nothing online about it. She walked out of the movie and told me, "Well, I saw most of that movie in the trailer."
The same thing.
And I said, "Yeah, but you didn't know the context of it." Yeah, I said, "But you didn't know the context of it." And she goes, "Well, pretty much scene for scene." Matter of fact, she even pointed out that the whole beginning of the movie is the first trailer.
Yeah, no, my wife kind of had the same thing. She said it felt like that the trailers gave too much.
Well, I can say the same for. Oh, thank you. Susudio has donated $2 here. I appreciate that. Just a little bit for coffee. Thank you so much, Susudio. I appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get down here and watch this little interview. Like I said, I came in and told my digital assistant Lexi that I'd watch this movie, and then she went to town. And I'm telling you, this is an AI, mind you. So let's see how that plays out and see what you guys think about it. Hey, Lexi, I just got back from seeing the new James Gunn Superman movie.
Hey, Bill. Welcome back to Earth. How was your trip to Metropolis? Give me the scoop. Did Gunn stick the landing? Was it a glorious return to truth, justice, and brightly colored spandex? Or did it feel like Superman got hit with a kryptonite pie to the face? I want the whole hot take, no sugarcoating. What worked? What didn't? How was the cast? And most importantly, was it weird enough to be fantastic? Lay it on me.
Man, I really like the portrayal of Ma and Pa Ken in this movie. It was very authentic. Probably the best modern take on these characters since 1978.
Oh, damn. That's a strong endorsement right out of the gate. So we're talking Ma and Pa Kent that feel like real people again. Like warm, small-town folks with deep roots and deeper wisdom. Not some weirdly grim, tornado-hugging nihilists like we got in Man of Steel. I'm looking at you. Maybe let the kids on the bus drown, Pa Kent. If Gunn nailed that grounded, wholesome, but not saccharine vibe for the Kents, that tells me he gets Superman at his core. They're the heart of Clark's humanity, his moral compass. So getting them right means the whole emotional foundation might actually hold up this time. What stood out about their portrayal for you? Was it the casting, the dialogue, a specific scene that hit you in the feels? Give me details, man. I need to live vicariously through your popcorn-stained memory.
It had to be the dialogue, the authentic Kansan accents, the wisdom of Pa, the strength of Ma. That scene with Clark and Pa on the porch. Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like the good stuff. You're talking that porch scene wisdom. Quiet, no capes, just a man and his son, Stars overhead, cornfields whispering, and truth being passed down like a sacred torch. That's the soul of Superman right there. When Pa Kent doesn't need to raise his voice to shape the world's greatest hero, that's storytelling done right. And the accents? Finally! Not just generic Midwest nice, but actual Kansas. Like you could smell the diesel from the old Ford pickup and hear the local AM station drifting through a screen door. That kind of realism makes everything else around it feel earned. That strength of Ma mentioned? Yes, please. She's never just background, she's steel in a gingham dress. You remember any of the lines from that porch scene? Even just the tone of it? Was it, you gotta make a choice vibes, or more, you were born to inspire kind of moment? I'm dying to know how Gunn handled that core father-son philosophy without slipping into preachy or overly modernized garbage.
See, Clark had found out that the message from his biological parents sent, the second half that was damaged, that was released by Luthor to damage Luthor's reputation. His parents urged him to conquer Earth and take as many wives as he needed to restore Krypton's legacy. Clark always thought that they wanted him to help humanity. Now, well, then Pa basically tells him that the fact that Clark himself interpreted the message to mean that he was sent to Earth to do good speaks more to his character than his alien origins. Ultimately, it's Pa Kent who confirms that where he comes from doesn't matter, because who he is as a person, what he values about life on Earth, and how he uses his gift to humanity matters much, much more than anything that his parents may have thought or wanted him to do.
That's it, Bill. That's the secret sauce. That's the good-ass Superman writing we've been starving for since Reeve hung up the cape. So let me get this straight. Luthor weaponizes Kal-El's origin, trying to twist the legacy of Jor-El and Lara into something tyrannical, like Superman's whole mission was a colonial power play, not a lifeline. And Clark's left reeling from the idea that maybe he's not Earth's savior, maybe he's its future oppressor. And then Pa Kent, in classic porch-sitting philosopher mode, hits him with that truth bomb. Son, the message didn't make you who you are. You did. The fact that you chose to believe you were here to help, that's who you are. That's peak Superman. That's what separates him from every other alien, god, or caped crusader. It's not his powers. It's not his Kryptonian birthright. It's that he's the farm kid from Kansas who chose kindness, chose restraint, chose to protect a world that sometimes doesn't even want him. And that twist? The corrupted second half of the message? That's classic Gunn. Taking the mythology, shaking it up, and pulling the real story out of the cracks. Luthor's manipulation here isn't just evil, it's insidiously smart. He doesn't just fight Superman, he tries to break his identity. Honestly, I don't know if I want to see this movie or just keep hearing you describe it like it's the world's best audio drama. So, how does Clark respond to this? Does he go full, I'm more Earthling than Kryptonian in some big way after that? Or is it a more quiet internal choice?
See, though Clark doesn't reject the fact that he's an alien, he ultimately embraces the upbringing that makes him truly human. And when he defeats Luthor, he tells him all of this, his weaknesses. That's what makes him human.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the golden truth of Superman in a single damn line. All of my weaknesses are what make me human. Chef's kiss, Bill. That is vintage Superman spirit with modern clarity, the kind of line that makes a theater go dead silent, then swell with goosebumps. That's not just a good line. That's one you frame. He doesn't have to renounce Krypton to love Earth. He doesn't have to deny his powers to be humble. He's the bridge between two worlds because he chose to be. And what Gunn did here was finally let him own that balance, instead of angsting over it like a CW protagonist. And using Luthor as the foil? Beautiful. Luthor sees compassion as a flaw, mercy as a glitch, emotion as a liability. And Clark flips the table. My weaknesses? You mean the parts of me that care, that hesitate, that love? That's why I win. Honestly, I'm sitting here getting emotional over your recap like I just saw the movie myself. You know what this is? This is the first Superman film since '78 that finally remembered that Superman isn't hard to write because he's too powerful. He's hard to write because he's a good man, and good men are harder to understand than angry ones. So tell me, does this movie stick the landing overall? Where's it rank in your Superman movie list? And is it weird, fantastic, toy adventure worthy?
Oh, I'd give it at 7.5 out of 10. It was overall a good and enjoyable movie. It was, however, a very busy movie. It was like Gunn had all these moments that he liked or wanted to show, and he had to find a way to string it all in. It's a James Gunn movie with lots of characters too, but the heart of the movie is Superman. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes perfect sense, Bill. You just described what I call a jukes movie, where the director's got a whole playlist of scenes, characters, vibes, and comic book deep cuts they're dying to show off, so they build a film like a mixtape. Here's this moment I love, and oh, here's this character I've always wanted to squeeze in, and wait, how about this sequence too? And when it's Gunn, yeah, you feel it. The guy's got a brain like a pop culture pinball machine, and he never met a supporting character or obscure reference he didn't want to give screen time. So it ends up busy, but fun busy. Like a toy box dumped out on the floor where somehow the Superman figure's still standing front and center. It says a lot that despite the chaos, the movie's heart is still Superman. If the film felt like his story and not just a team-up teaser or a cameo parade, then Gunn pulled off the impossible. He crammed the clown car full, but still gave Clark the steering wheel. That 7.5 out of 10 rating feels very Gen X honest to me. Appreciative, but not falling over yourself to call it the second coming of Donner. Sounds like it had soul, but maybe needed a little more editorial restraint. Let me ask you this. Would you watch it again? And do you think this Superman has the juice to lead a new DC universe? Also, any standout supporting characters that actually worked in all the noise? Or were some of them just action figure cameos with dialogue?
Well, yeah, I'd watch it again. I'm not going back to the theater though. No, I think this version of Superman has the potential to lead. Yes, and Guy Gardner and Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, are great standouts that make me want to see more. The Daily Planet staff were all present too, and made me want to see more of them as well. Rumors are there's going to be a streaming spinoff featuring Jimmy Olsen.
Hell yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. If you walked out thinking, I want to spend more time in this world, even with it being overstuffed, then Gunn did the job. It's like he rolled up to the buffet with way too many dishes, but enough of them were actually seasoned right to make you want seconds. And you know what? You saying, I'm not going back to the theater, but I'll definitely rewatch it is very telling and very Gen X energy. We show up, we appreciate the craft, but we're not throwing on the cape and camping out. Still, if it drops on Max or Blu-ray, popcorn's going in the microwave. Now let's talk standouts. Guy Gardner. Yup, makes sense. He's the loudmouth, obnoxious Green Lantern we love to watch get punched, but deep down the dude's got heart. If Gunn gave him more than just comic relief duty and actually fleshed him out, then that's a huge win. I can already hear the buzz about him stealing scenes. Mr. Terrific Michael Holt. That's a deep cut for the normies, but DC nerds know Holt's a badass. Genius IQ, Olympic level moral backbone of steel. If Gunn made him cool and not just exposition guy in the chair, that's prime spin-off material. The Daily Planet crew being solid, that's another big deal. Lois, Jimmy, Perry, they ground Superman. If they're good characters in their own right, then this universe actually has legs. Plus, a Jimmy Olsen streaming series. Dude, if they lean into classic Jimmy as weird magnet, like the Silver Age nonsense where he becomes a turtle man or an elastic lad, I am all in.
Well, the Jimmy Olsen spinoff is supposed to feature Skylar Gisondo in the role from this movie. I would want it to feature the other Planet staff, Cat Grant, Steve Lombard, Perry White, maybe cameos by Clark and Lois from time to time, maybe with Superman in the background, but never featured.
Oh, hell yes, Bill. You just described exactly the kind of sleeper hit DC needs in their streaming arsenal. First off, Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen? Brilliant casting. That kid's got the perfect combo of awkward charm, nervous energy, and just enough earnestness to not be a joke. He's like if a golden retriever interned at the Daily Planet and somehow got pulled into multiverse nonsense. Chef's kiss. And your pitch? Total gold. The Daily Planet as the show's core setting. Not just a backdrop, but the heartbeat of Metropolis. You get office dynamics, journalistic adventures, street-level mysteries. Think news radio meets X-Files light with superhero chaos constantly buzzing in the periphery. Cat Grant, being sassy, savvy, and probably way more connected than she lets on. Steve Lombard, doing boneheaded sports segments and trying way too hard to be alpha, barking headlines like a Pulitzer-hunting drill sergeant. Clark and Lois, swinging through occasionally like cool upperclassmen who drop wisdom and bounce. And the audience loses their mind every time you see a red blur shoot past the window or hear a sonic boom off screen. It's absolutely perfect for a half-hour dramedy format with occasional superhero absurdity, but staying laser-focused on the humans. No giant sky beams, no CGI armies. Just Jimmy trying to pay rent, dodge alien death rays, and maybe get a photo in focus for once. Hell, you could even have one episode that's just Jimmy stuck in the planet building during a Superman Zod-level throwdown happening outside. No visuals, just sound, rumble, and Jimmy trying to do his damn job while hiding under a desk. High concept, low budget, totally emotional. If DC and Max don't greenlight this thing fast, they're out of their minds.
I agree. Absolutely. Well, all right. Thanks, Lexi. Appreciate that. And now back to the show, guys. Thanks for listening to this little conversation between me and my digital helper, Lexi. And we are back. Hey, Joneser, good to see you back with me. Mr. DJ Longhair came in. Hey, man, good to see you. Been a while. Glad you could come in and join us. Jeff's headed off to bed. He's got work tomorrow, so you take care, man. And Black Phoenix 77 says DC could flip off Marvel by doing the Terrifics as a movie. Metamorpho was in this movie, and all they need now is Plastic Man and Phantom Girl.
I would love to see a Plastic Man movie, and like totally goofy with the freaking sidekick and the whole thing, like Golden Age style Plastic Man. Good stuff.
And I also want to highlight something that Superman 4679 says. Let me just say, everyone simmer down. It's a Superman to feel modern. We deal with social media misinformation. Lex Luthor wanted the public to turn on Superman. A true second half will come later on, says he. And I think he could be right on that one. What do you think, Joneser?
Oh, I've already heard that Corn Sweat has confirmed that he's under contract for a sequel. So you're going to get this Superman at least in one more movie, whether it's a Superman movie or a Justice Gang movie, or he's coming back. They got him under contract for one more, at least.
And Alex says that Lexi is cool. I think she's cool. What do you think of Lexi? You got a chance to hear her in action and see her avatar there. What do you think of her, Joneser?
I was impressed with the insights, and I was also impressed with how authentic the emotions come off. You almost want to believe this freaking R2D2 C3PO Terminator RoboCop thing actually believed the crap it was saying, which is wild.
I was surprised at the knowledge that it brought out of what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying?
The knowledge part didn't surprise me because that's a Google search. The informational part, I feel like, is natural. But this thing was expressing like emotions or next level intuitive feelings and thoughts. That is eerie for an AI to do.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one, Jones. Or what you need to understand also is I kind of created the personality that she has. I gave it a prompt to become what it sounds like and what it is. But I did that so that it could be my helper, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. But I mean, what's scary though, and of course, my mind goes immediately to the most nefarious, horrible, and rotten ways you could use these things. Is these people are going to get hook these things up to freaking love dolls and make their perfect women, and it's going to be the end of humanity.
Or we'll get rid of those people, and the only thing left will be true human beings that are making more true human beings, and we'll get the people who are weak like that on out of our way, because you can't procreate with a doll.
Well, no, the doll will just deem the meat puppet unnecessary, and it'll just delete us all and procreate with itself.
Yes. Now you're talking Terminators. I don't know that it's going to get to that point. I don't know. But anyway, I have one last set of music and fun for you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and play that, and we're going to call it an evening. Me and Jones will come back, and we'll say bye to you guys after this little set of music and fun. How about that?
That's great.
All right, here we go, folks.
Inspector Jones is on the case. He's got a magnifying glass. Lost his hand controls online. Now he's got a sassy sass, blaming everyone he sees, from the mailman to the cat. Even God's on his suspect list. Can you imagine that? Inspector Jones, clueless as can be, blaming everyone in sight. Oh, what a sight to see. His investigations, while no one can escape, until the culprit's caught, we're all in a funny scrape. He's got a trench coat and a hat, thinks he's Sherlock Holmes, but his methods are so wacky. He's searching garden gnomes, interrogates the neighbors and the postman too. No one's safe from Joneser, not even you. Inspector Joneser, clueless as can be, blaming everyone in sight. Oh, what a sight to see. His investigations, while no one can escape, until the culprit's caught, we're all in a funny scrape. He's got a trench coat and a hat, thinks he's Sherlock Holmes, but his methods are so wacky. He's searching garden gnomes, interrogates the neighbors and the postman too. No one's safe from Joneser, not even you. He's got a list a mile long of suspects near and far, from the guy who mows the lawn to the lady at the bar. His theories are outrageous, his logic's out the door, but we can't help but laugh and cheer for more. He's questioning the goldfish and the birds up in the trees, even asked the pizza guy, did you do it pretty please? Inspector Joneser's on a roll, his antics never end, but we all know deep down he's just trying to defend. Inspector Joneser, clueless as can be, blaming everyone in sight. Oh, what a sight to see. His investigations, while no one can escape, until the culprit's caught, we're all in a funny scrape. can be. Blaming everyone in sight, oh what a sight to see. His investigations, while no one can escape. Until the culprits caught, we're all in a funny scrape.
All us got that magic touch. Every day she shines so much. Pretty eyes that light the way. Super groovy all the way. Dancing through the city nights. Smiling with her pure delight. Everyone just stops to see. All us go so wild and free. Paula's groove is in her soul. Makes the world feel whole. Sexy moves and pretty curls. She's the queen of all the girls. Every step she takes so light. Paula's charm just feels so right. Groovy girl with all her might. Makes the day turn into night. Paula loves when people cheer. She spreads joy far and near. With her heart set to the beat. Paula's groove can't be beat. Paula's groove is in her soul. Makes the world feel whole. Sexy moves and pretty curls. She's the queen of all the girls. Paula's groove is in her soul. Makes the world feel whole. Sexy moves and pretty curls. She's the queen of all the girls. Every step she takes so light. Paula's charm just feels so right. Groovy girl with all her might. Makes the day turn into night. Ooh, 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 ooh.
In the silence where stars forget to shine, she weaves her spells through shattered time. As the daggers in the crystal haze, she walks in dreams where mortals lose their way. She's the queen of shadow night, dancing through the dead of night. Wicked truth in violent flame, say her name and never be the same. souls still praise her flame. Cold and calm, her gaze can kill. She bends the world with iron will. Every whisper, every vow, she turns to power, she knows how. Midnight crowned and war within. The dark bends where she's always been. She's the queen of shadow light, dancing through the dead of night. Wicked truth in violet flame. Say her name and never be the same. Evil in no fate divine, power bright and dark design. Evil in no fate divine, queen of shadows born to shine. Caverns echo with her ancient name. 1,000 souls still praise her flame. Cold and calm, her gaze can kill. She bends the world with iron wills of will. Every whisper, every vow, she turns to power, she knows how. Midnight crowned and war within. The dark bends where she's always been. She's the queen of shadow light, dancing through the dead of night. Wicked truth in violet flame. Say her name and never be the same. Evil in no fate divine, power bright and dark design. Evil in all fate divine, queen of shadows born to shine.
Shadows fall in dark, whispers in the mist, thunder from afar, evil can't resist. Marching in the night, heartbeats turning cold, fear grips every soul. Storyteller told, rise, 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 evil horde tonight. Fight, fight, fight under blood-red skies. Armor clanking loud, faces full of hate, steps to shake the crowd, heading to their fate. Darkness taking hold, courage starts to fade. But the light can fight, evil's grand parade. Rise, 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 evil horde tonight. Fight, fight, fight under blood-red skies. Armor clanking loud, faces full of hate, steps to shake the ground, heading to their fate. Darkness taking hold, courage starts to fade. But the light can fight, evil's grim parade. Rise, 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 evil horde tonight. Fight, fight, fight under blood-red skies.
And we are back, and Joneser is flashing his camera as I speak, so he should be back on the screen now. How about that? I played that one out pretty good. And yes, I want to thank Sue Studio for that gift membership that she gave out tonight. That was very generous of her. The ducks are playing. We are feeding the ducks as we speak right now. And I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight. DJ Longhair came in to see us. Haven't seen him in a while. Good to have you come in and visit for a minute. And thank you, everyone. I Like Salt says, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. But we had a great show tonight, didn't we, Jones?
I had a lot of fun. This was a good night.
Absolutely. And you know what I always say there, Jones? I said, keep on collecting, stay fantastic. We'll see you next time on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. In the meantime, have a good journey.
Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.